Hey, crypto family. So, if you're wondering if this is the end of cryptocurrencies, the short answer, no, it's not. I'm going to give you the reason for the drop today, and then a couple news articles and things that I've heard, which lead me to believe that the bottom may finally be near. So, I know it's old, seeing Bitcoin right now and all these other cryptocurrencies. I mean, they're down over 20%, 30%, even more. This is probably one of the worst days we've seen in cryptocurrencies. And I know, looking at a lot of people on Twitter and everything, a lot of people are depressed right now. They're kind of thinking, is this it? Is Bitcoin going to zero? And they're just really sad. Which, from my experience, when everyone starts feeling that way, that's usually the point that everything starts turning around. So, the big reason right here, well, first, looking at Bitcoin here, we can see it's almost down to $6,200. I mean, it just keeps going down. It broke that $8,000 support level, went through 7,000, and now it's going to test the 6,000. If we look on the weekly chart, we can see here that, around that 5,800 level is when it had its first big bounce from having its, when it started its rise. And so this is a crucial support, this 5,800. If it can get between this 58 and 58 to 5,400, but 5,800 is really the key level we got to look for right now. A lot of people are thinking, it could go down to 5,000, but again, it's hard to say right now. I can tell you the RSI is extremely oversold. That's why we saw this one bounce right here when it got down to 20, and I'm expecting another little bounce. But yeah, right now, my best advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just saying to hold, because, these phases will pass, and just keep in mind, this has only been over the term of a month, less than a month. So just keep that in mind when you're, look at the big picture of everything. So, I think that, we'll definitely see Bitcoin rise soon, but it's just how long this decline will continue, it's hard to say. But the reason for it has been because, again, China's in the market again, and they're in the news. And basically, it says here on Cointelegraph, Bitcoin dips below 7,000 amidst news of China's full ban of cryptocurrency exchanges. So if you look at this other article here, it says China blocks foreign crypto exchanges to counter financial risks. So basically, China comes in the news again, and they say, they quote a publication affiliated with the People's Bank of China. And it said, regulators in China reportedly voiced dissatisfaction with current measures restricting trading on domestic exchange sites, coming to a decision to block foreign sites as well to counter financial risks. So basically, what this is saying is people are still finding ways to trade in China, whether it's using, other apps, foreign exchanges. They're always finding ways, because China really doesn't want them trading in their country. So they're looking for other ways to do it. And, there's a will, there's a way. So now China's trying to crack down even more. And it says, Monday's website block comes after Cointelegraph reported that ads relating to cryptocurrency had all but disappeared from domestic sites in China. So it says, to prevent financial risks, China will set up measures to remove any onshore or offshore platforms related to virtual currency trading or ICOs. And then it says, ICOs and virtual currency trading did not completely withdraw from China following the official ban. Overseas transactions and regulatory evasions have resumed. Risks are still there, fueled by illegal issuance and even fraud and pyramid selling. So again, their fear is that they can't control it. People are still finding ways to buy, so they're trying to almost have like a full-on ban on it. So again, I don't know if they're going to ban fully domestically, but I know foreign exchanges, they are definitely banning those. So this was the FUD that was created. Again, China is one of those countries. I mean, we already knew this was going to happen. There's still some shaky stuff around mining. So this is really no surprise to anyone. It's just people that got invested maybe like in December or something, and, they were fairly new. Seeing this makes them panic. But again, other countries such as Russia, Canada, US, you have Japan, one of the biggest adopters of cryptocurrency, South Korea. All these countries that are adopting them, you can't really place all your weight in China because they were already out of it to begin with. So this is just some more FUD. And again, don't fall into this FUD. It's usually short-lived, and we've seen this before. The market always bounces back from this. So just look at it that way. And again, don't panic. But something I want y'all to look forward to. So tomorrow, February 6th, the US has a meeting to actually talk about cryptocurrencies. So it says Congress is set to hold what may be the most consequential hearing in years on the subject of cryptocurrency, with the heads of two main U.S. financial market regulators in the hot seat. So you have the chairman of the Commodities Futures Trading Commission and his counterpart at the Security and Exchange Commission. So you have two of the biggest guys in trading who are going to testify on Capitol Hill tomorrow. And basically, they're going to be fielding questions from the Senate banking committees, which is likely to yield one or two notable moments, such as the recent developments of cryptocurrencies in that space and the agencies who are involved. So again, from what I've heard, I mean, it says here, already some papers have come out about what they're going to talk about. From what it looks like, basically it looks like they just, they are for cryptocurrencies, but they're more for like regulating it and making it safer for everyone to use. So again, probably the same thing in South Korea, cracking down on illegal activities and again, just making it safer for the overall trading and kind of focusing on, market manipulation and all that stuff that kind of keeps people away from them. So overall, it's positive news. I definitely, this is a big thing because the U.S., as we know, U.S. is always a big influencer in the world. So hopefully, when they have this meeting tomorrow, they really, look at the overall view of cryptocurrencies and see that, the whole market adoption is positive. And, overall, if they do decide to regulate it, just focusing on the illegal activities and just making it safer, but still, being a positive influence moving forward. So I think that's definitely going to be a big topic as well. We're going to talk about tokens and token sales and how that's classified. So again, this is going to be a huge meeting and something that a lot of people are looking forward to. Again, it could go either way, but I think it's from the sentiment that everyone's been sharing on Reddit and other forums. I think it's going to be overall positive. So definitely look forward to that. And then some other news, actually, y'all may not have heard, but so the stock market has actually had one of its worst weeks in history. So I think yesterday the stock market was down over 3%. Today it's over 4% down. And you have all these people in the stock market panicking right now. And I'm telling you, I think, because basically the stock market has almost had the same bull run as cryptocurrencies, but it's been going on for longer. And I think what is going on here in the stock market is a lot of people are taking their profits and they could possibly be ready to put them in cryptocurrencies. So I definitely see there's, that transfer wealth going on. Maybe, stock market's had its run. Now it's time for cryptocurrencies. So there's just all kinds of stuff going on in the market. And one of the things I wanted to look at is this article published by USA Today. The media always talks about cryptocurrencies like in a negative spotlight and, oh, it's a bubble, it's popped. Oh yeah, look at that, it's crashing. Well, here it says 4 tips following the stock market 666-point drop. And it says here, don't panic and stay on course. If you flee stocks now, you're going to miss out on potential gains ahead. Consider buying the dip or wait and watch. Realize the sell-off is a blip. And it says, it basically compares it to, this is nothing compared to, the 1987 drop of, I believe it was over, I think it was 25% or something. So it sounds like, what everyone's saying about Bitcoin right now. So the media is kind of a hypocrite because now, they're saying don't panic, buy the dip and all of that when they're bashing cryptocurrencies, when in fact cryptocurrencies are the ones you should be buying the dip on right now, not the stock market. So I thought that was just funny seeing that correlations, how they're all for the stock market, yet cryptocurrencies show up and start rising and then fall, and then they're totally against those. So it's kind of a double-edged sword there. Just want to bring that up. But on a positive note, we can see Coinbase actually announced, they've already been working on SegWit, and they announced they're going to implement Bitcoin SegWit in a couple weeks. So this is huge. For anyone that doesn't know, basically SegWit is segregated witness, and basically it'll help Bitcoin to like handle more transactions, bigger block sizes, and just overall faster. So this is a huge priority, and it's it's just a great update overall, and one that was going to happen in I believe November, but then it didn't happen because they couldn't come to an agreement. And now it looks like it will happen. And it says, this from the Vice President and GM of Coinbase. And it says, we want to give our customers an update on the Bitcoin segregated witness. We're planning to implement SegWit in 2018. And basically, this is just an article they published, in December, and it just shows they're prioritizing security and performance over new features. And then now we have an article here from Coinbase that was actually published 4 hours ago. And it says, our engineering team has begun a final testing phase of SegWit for Bitcoin on Coinbase. SegWit compatible Bitcoin sends receives will be available for customers in the next few weeks. So this is huge. For Coinbase to tweet that and saying this is going to come in the next couple of weeks, I mean, that's huge because Bitcoin, a lot of people rag on Bitcoin because it's, slow transaction times. It can't handle a lot. But with Lightning Network coming on, with, SegWit coming on to Coinbase, I mean, it's going to accelerate a lot of things for Bitcoin. I think it's definitely good news. So that's some good news in all this, bearish FUD that's going on right now. And then one more thing I wanted to show y'all is basically I just clicked on summary of articles that was published on Cointelegraph, and it was interesting to see all the positive news that it had. So just looking at these articles, published today, yesterday, the day before, we can see here some of the articles say major cryptocurrency exchange Bittrex to add USD trading. So that's positive news. Bittrex was talking about adding USD pairs. So with the whole Tether FUD, this is going to be great. You have interview with India's 3 largest exchanges. Cryptocurrency ban rumors are FUD. And then you have Russia's largest state bank to open cryptocurrency exchange in Europe. You have big investors coming, a new decentralized exchange, make plans to lure them all in. You have Robinhood, over 1 million people sign up for early access to Robinhood's zero trading fee service. So you have all these huge, these news that is just positive news after positive news. Major Japanese chat app Line to open crypto exchange for its 200 million monthly users. So again, looking at all this positive news and stuff, it's hard to think that Bitcoin is going to keep going down and keep decreasing down to zero. I mean, it's so hard to think that. There's so much adoption going on, and I really think that it's just, a short-term bearish trend right now that we're seeing. And then last but not least, there is basically some people that I know I've been talking to. Basically, they have a lot of ties in with the markets and everything. And this was just some of their comments that I pasted over here in Word, and one I wanted to show y'all. And it's saying things are lining up slowly. So you have SEC and CFTC's testimony are positive. Bitcoin fees are getting cheaper than ever thanks to increased SegWit adoption. Memlog cleared more often. Tika, who is one of the head guys of Palm Beach Capital, like it or love it, he has a lot of tie-ins to the market. And it says Tika is shouting, bragging his way around a message that large sums of institutional money are getting ready to enter the market soon, calling for the largest BTC bull run in history. Then you have stock market on a peak. Investors are taking profits. Where will it go? Raw materials, gold, and maybe crypto. Bittrex on the verge of handling USD. And then it says, I have a Palm Beach Capital account, and Tika made a video over the weekend touting April 2nd as a date where Goldman Sachs opens a trading desk for Bitcoin crypto and says it will be a tidal wave won't be a tidal wave of money, but rather an ocean. Coming in, says upwards of 850 billion. So again, this comment here, I don't want to say, it's true or not, but just all these comments in general, I mean, they make good points about why to be so bullish on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. There's just so much stuff going on. And, I think most of this stuff here, it's already true. And then this thing about Goldman Sachs, if I know they've been talking about getting, involved in cryptocurrency. So this could be true too. But again, only time will tell. And I just want to give everyone, some of that news and stuff, and just, help ease some of the tensions, because you look at these coins and it's hard not to get scared. But again, the time when people are the most afraid is the best time to capitalize on those cheap prices so you get the best returns. So with that, I hope I kind of dispelled some of the fears that you had. If you have any questions, please do leave them in the comments below. I always read my comments and always answer any questions to the best of my ability. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, thanks for watching.